Okay.
Thank you, Sean. Okay, I call this meeting to order today, July 13th at 6:32 p.m. Anybody want to second it?
You don't have to second that.
Oh, okay. Today's events are to talk about the Lucy Stone tea that's going to be at the Narragansett Historical Society. We're also going to discuss anybody that's reached out, and I did have one person reach out regarding an extension, the Finding Fungi, Lisa Adams. So I'll get back to her as far as, she has that full year as of from January to when she was accepted the grant. So they're trying to put together the event Finding Fungi. So
What event is that?
Finding Fungi.
Okay.
Yep. And so I'll just let her know that, as long as she has the event and gets the receipt in by January, then she'll be all set, because she was, it's still 2020 money, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so that was the business. Then also the Kite Festival. Pat, Gail, and I went to the Narragansett Historical Society and talked with them regarding the Kite Festival and Motorpalooza. So, and then also on the agenda is offices. I'm assuming it's the treasurer we're going to talk about tonight. So, Barbara, I don't know if you have any treasurer information that was supposed to.
Could we back up though and do them in order with the agenda, so because it's easier for me to take notes.
Okay, so I don't have the agenda in front of me.
Okay, well, the first thing we had was introduction of new members, but that was really because somebody who was new asked about meeting each other better, but I think that person isn't here.
Correct. So, and we had the pleasure of meeting Virginia the last meeting. So, but welcome, Virginia.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So that will go with that. And then I didn't have it. I don't have it printed out. And then I have I still don't have the feed up though. Am I missing something?
What we see? No, I don't see it either.
Okay, I wanted to make sure.
But it should be there, right?
Yeah, I don't see it. So.
I see it at the top of my screen, recording live on YouTube.
Yeah,
at the very top left.
You don't see it either, Pat, right?
Oh, wait a minute. This is live now. Okay, now I see it.
No, I don't see it either. Okay, I wanted to make sure.
But it should be there, right?
It's there, I see it.
Okay, I got it now.
I see it at the top of my screen, recording live on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't see
top left.
Okay, so the next thing was the approval of minutes.
I do have something about the agenda.
Live now. Okay, now I see it.
I have a correction to the agenda.
Okay.
Yeah, the agenda says that the Lucy Stone tea originally was set for May 27, but that was June 27.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Thank you, Virginia.
So the next thing was the approval of minutes. I do have something about the agenda.
The minutes.
If you could, sorry,
Or the agenda.
but just lower the audio on the stream.
Yeah, the agenda says that the Lucy Stone tea originally was set for May 27, but that was
Whoever has it playing.
27.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Thank you, Virginia.
Are you reviewing the minutes from the last
Yeah,
meeting?
she's looking at the minutes, not the agenda.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I say? I'm sorry. Did I say agenda?
Yeah.
I apologize. Yeah,
No, that's okay.
I meant minutes. So,
Thank you.
So on the minutes, just maybe, I don't know if it's necessary at this point, but the grants that have been paid, that 6th grade trip from the Cova Museum is a 219 grant. I don't know if you want to put that in there, but that's what that is. What did
apologize.
That's okay.
Not a 20 grant.
Oh, I lost you guys. Hang on.
Yeah, 219 or 220, Barbara?
That was a 219 grant.
Okay,
2019.
I'm sorry. Did I say 219? Yeah, left out a zero.
I knew what you meant.
Thank you, Lisa.
Were there any other corrections to the minutes?
I didn't notice anything.
Okay. I'll fix that before I post them.
Thank you.
Okay, I move we accept the minutes of the last meeting with the correction.
Can I second that? I second that.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be voting either.
Yeah, I really can't because I'm really not on anymore.
We have an issue.
Yeah, because we don't have enough people.
I know.
Oh, there's Nicole.
There's Sally.
Oh, hi, Sally. Now we do.
The microphone's not on. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
That better?
Yep.
Hi, Sally.
Hi.
So we were just discussing the minutes from the last meeting, and we had a correction. On the minutes, it said May 27th, and we corrected it to June 27th.
Okay.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so do we want, so we're all set with the meeting minutes from last meeting?
Yep.
Okay. So the next thing on the agenda, Barbara, do we have any treasurer information? No?
Well, just update from our meeting a month ago. As far as town funds, you realize there's none left now. Those were
Correct.
gone as of the 30th. You got your reimbursement in, Lisa.
Thank you.
I submitted it and you should be getting that.
Okay,
Has to go through it has to go through a warrant vote if you haven't got it yet.
okay,
Fundraiser obviously hasn't changed, 396. And state funds. The total right now is 8,106.07 because we did receive a reimbursement form from Athol Historical Society for the Uniquely Quabbin magazine, which we had given them $100. So
okay.
that's in there. And other than that, I don't think anything's changed since the last meeting.
Been pretty quiet, right?
We do have outstanding, we have the whole remaining list of 2020 that we still don't know what all those people will do. Because they could still be having something. And we do have 3 grants that are still being carried over from 2019. Those 3 grants total $856, which leaves us actually with $7,250 in grant funds, for this year, for 2020.
So we didn't hear from the Winchendon Music Festival because they completed their festival in June.
Yeah,
No, I haven't, no. And I call weekly for the mail and
Okay.
somebody at town hall checks and calls me. As of last Thursday, nothing had come in. I generally email somebody on Thursday morning because the town offices are closed on Friday. So I figure if I wait till Thursday, I would get all if any of that week's mail. And as of last Thursday, there wasn't any. I will try again this Thursday. Unless you have a new treasurer and that person can try.
Okay, thank you, Barbara. So we'll move to what, accept that?
Mhm. Janice, make a motion.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
I second that. I can second it again, right? Yeah. Great. All right, so next on the agenda is the Lucy Stone tea. And as of right now, we're going, it's August 15th with August 15th. Do we set a time?
They always have them at the same time. Aren't they like 2 o'clock or something?
It's 2 to 4:30.
Thank you, ladies. And then we put a rain date of August 22nd, which would also be the same time, 2 to 4:30. And I guess we'll talk about your thoughts about it, because some people are still really concerned about the COVID-19 situation and serving, and I'll take anybody's thoughts and on that.
Well, restaurants are serving and Winchendon has opened up the Historical Society has opened up their teas on the, whatever it is, on the porch over there.
Winchendon or Athol?
Well, I know Winchendon they have that something on the porch.
How's that going, Nicole?
I don't know. I'd have to ask Dawn and see. But yeah, they just opened it, and I talked to the Board of Health really, just to see if there's any rules that they have in place that they want to see, and see if there's any special permissions that need to be granted too.
Thank you.
I was told by the Historical Society that the state requires masks at museums. That any events at museums now, the state still requires masks.
Okay, but like Nicole said, we should really check with the Board of Health, and I'll do that. I'll reach out to them and ask them that how we want to host the tea, and if they have any concerns. Like I had brought up at the Historical Society, I know if you don't have a dishwasher and stuff, you're supposed to use like sanitation tabs. You wash the dishes and then you soak them in these tabs. So I went ahead and ordered them, so we have them. But my other concern is gloves. We're gonna have to make sure we have gloves. And when I was talking with Brian Tangway, he said that the Historical Society has nothing as far as we're gonna have to supply all that. I got the impression we're gonna have to make sure we have all that for when we do this. So Barbara, my question for you is, can we use any of that fundraising money, the $395 for gloves and stuff?
It's $396, and
I apologize.
fundraising money is to be used towards grants.
Okay, so we don't have any money for that.
And we haven't really given a grant for this. We were just supporting it with funds.
Right.
I can check with the council. They might give some leeway under the, consideration. But I think if it's in support of a function, that we might be able to do that.
Lisa,
Yes.
Sally. In a pinch, could everything be
packaged, like if they're cookies or whatever, they could be enclosed. So there weren't people touching them, and maybe have bottled iced tea or something, if
And
that,
that really kind of defeats the whole purpose of. the
I
whole-
know it does. I know it does, but if that's the only way to do it, would
No,
it be?
but why would that be the only way if people are serving, they're serving everywhere? I mean,
I know, I'm just saying if we're limited, if somebody else
Well-
limits us.
well, I think we need to know if we got limits first before we worry,
Right.
because
I guess,
if it's gonna be that limited, then I mean, I would personally say, let's not do it, because you kind of defeated the whole purpose of having the tea.
right, because my whole thought process is that we're gonna have to make sure every individual has a teapot, because, you don't want cross contamination, unless it,
But that's what we did anyhow.
okay. So I guess I'm just trying to like make sure we all understand what's going on about it too. So, I mean, I understand what Sally has said about maybe could we make individual plates and well, yeah, I guess. I mean, like, Sally had mentioned packaging them. I mean, do we put saran wrap on them when we serve them? I mean, I'm really not sure. Again, I mean, I don't work in a restaurant, and I certainly don't want to be responsible for have any problems with the COVID-19 thing. That's just really my main concern.
Has
And
anybody done that food service training? Does anybody have a certificate?
I do not.
I don't.
I think somebody at the Historical Society does.
Oh, okay. Because I know you need that.
Yeah, somebody at the Historical Society does.
Okay.
So maybe we would need to have a
Them present.
get together with some folks from the Historical Society just to go over all that, find out what the rules are gonna be and go over it
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
Historical Society.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to make sure we get gloves. Everybody's gonna have to bring a mask.
And you need food. And you need,
And yes, and we all individually prepare that. So I mean, Nicole brought up a good point. We're definitely gonna have to check with the Board of Health as far as what the state is telling us we can and cannot do right now.
And I just heard back from Don too. He said last Thursday was the first Thursday on the porch of the Historical Society. And he said he had a decent turnout. He
Yeah.
encourages masks to be worn inside the buildings, but when you're outside on the porch, I mean, you're pretty much, out in the open and you're socially distanced. But he said they had a decent turnout. He said he was very pleased.
Yeah, I mean, people are definitely, thank you, Nicole. People are very much itchy to get out and be outside and do things. And of course, we're trying to host this outside as long as the tables are 6 feet apart. Yeah, I mean, it's again, I'll check with the Board of Health on limitations, and I guess that's as far as we can really get with it. Does anybody?
Yeah, like in town, sometimes we just have to do a special permit. Like if restaurants want to serve outdoors or for certain situations, and just to go through the Board of Selectmen and just have a special permit just for that one day, and that way plans are in place.
Yeah, but
That's always a good idea.
Other than the COVID thing, I mean, the Historical Society does these all the time, so.
Yeah.
They haven't had a permit issue. It's just the, the
It's
COVID.
COVID thing.
COVID.
All the
questions.
COVID.
Okay, so, all right, so I'll contact the Board of Health, and I'll send out an email to let you guys know what they say. Hopefully it won't be an issue, and like we said, it's a month away, but everybody's, planning stuff as it goes along, I mean, kind of doing everything off the cuff, and as long as we have enough help, and, now I helped last year, but I wasn't there for the setup, so I don't know how that, the people that are gonna help set up, do we get up there like around noon and set up tables and stuff, or does the Historical Society help us?
I mean, we went there and we set up, there was help from the society, and we helped with the setup. It was a little different situation because we ended up doing it indoors last year.
Right.
But yeah, we'd have to go there early and set up the tables and chairs and stuff.
So, would that mean like I would have to be there, we'd have to be there for noon?
I don't know a timing. We'd have to talk to the society.
Okay. Okay, does anybody else have any more concerns about the Lucy Stone tea or anything else, or?
So
I'm not really-
where do you serve the food though? Do you serve the food outside? Do you set up tables with food outside, or how does it work?
So what Brian Tangway had said was that because we had big concerns, the kitchen is so small that you can't have 4 people in there. It's just too small, again, with the COVID issue. So what he was going to do was set up like a makeshift kitchen for us in the barn. So it'd be open enough. And then he was gonna, I can't remember what he said. I think he said wagons or something, where he was gonna make like a station for us also. So we could kind of have 2 points to put stuff. So that way we're not on top of each other. So I think that's a good thing. Because there's no way you can keep 6 feet apart in that tiny kitchen. There's no way doing it. We were on top of each other last year, so. So what we do is we'd have to designate the same people plating and putting the tea in the pot. So, and then, you know, obviously the same runners, so. So what we normally do is we put we make a plate of the sandwiches, and the pot of tea goes out to the table. And then when the sandwiches come back, then cookies go out, or a small dish of desserts, if I remember from last
Yeah.
year.
And, you know, I mean, we have young ladies who are willing to do the serving. We're pretty well, I mean, we're covered for that. Young ladies and a young gentleman who are willing to do the serving.
Oh, good, that's good. So so at least we have help. And the church ladies are doing the food, correct?
Trying to round up some more. I have a couple already, but we need more.
And you
Church
figure
lady.
too, those that are going to attend are probably going to be together already, either a family or a group of people that are always together as well. So that makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think people tend to come together as, you know,
Yeah, as a group.
some people meet
Mhm.
each other for the first time. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I think there'll be enough tables out that if they don't want to sit with somebody, they don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably if we could try to make a point of like keeping that if we can, like, you know, if the 2 people come and then another 2 set, I would try to encourage not putting them all together at, you know,
Same table, yeah.
yeah. So,
We'll bring lots of tables.
yeah.
It's a big garden.
And what else do you think we should discuss about the tea?
Well, I did ask Brian if he could find somebody with a, like a 1920s automobile to park out in front to attract attention. Virginia has some decorations, but we'll have to get together and talk about the decorations. Maybe ask people to wear white, because these ladies wore white when they were protesting.
When they were suffragizing?
Yeah, suffragizing.
Okay, so yeah, if people want to wear period or sashes or, I did ask Brian also, he does have a vintage ballot box, so he'll put that out. The tablecloth last year, are we gonna do the same thing as we did last year for this year?
We borrowed those tablecloths from Sue Turcott last year.
Oh, I thought we used plastic ones.
No, we had cloth tablecloths. They were lovely. No,
Okay.
Sue Turcott had them from somebody. They were, I think they were like pastel colors or something, but they're all cloth tablecloths.
For this tea, we were hoping to do the suffragist colors,
Yeah, white and purple.
purple and green and
Green or gold?
Gold, right, white, gold, and
Purple.
purple. That's the theme we want, the color scheme we wanted to go with. That will be the placemats and the napkins. People are already providing those, the placemats and the napkins. And so perhaps the tablecloth should be white so that the placemats will be purple and gold to cover that color scheme. That's what we were hoping for.
Okay,
So is that something that we'll be able to borrow again, or are we gonna purchase them like plastic ones, or? I mean,
Let
we
me
really
look
don't
into
have any
that.
money, so I really don't like, yeah,
let me look into the tablecloth issue.
okay.
Pat, who has tablecloths is Deb Giordano from the gala, because we borrowed them for our gala for the shelter. And they're white,
Okay,
rectangular tablecloths.
great. Like card table size?
Yes.
Okay.
No, like probably 6-foot table size.
Yeah,
6
because
to
we're
8
using
foot
card
table.
tables.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll look into that.
Okay, so, all right. So we need tablecloths, we need gloves, we need food. Do we want to set up a table and banner with the Templeton Cultural Council and see if we can get some people to volunteer, you know, for the council? Just set up a little small table.
Yeah, we should have something with the cultural council advertising there.
We should? Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we can at least hang up the banner.
I'll talk to Brian about how we can arrange that.
Incorporate that, okay. Recruit table. So Barbara, like as far as like the tablecloths, if we have to purchase something, is that something that we could use the funds from 2020, or are we just in the breeze?
Well, we don't know if we're getting any town funds.
Oh, I
Right now, we
apologize.
have
I meant
nothing.
state funds. I apologize.
Yeah, we can't use state grant because anybody that their activity or their function that they were gonna have has been canceled. We can't just take that money and use it for something brand new. That money has to roll over into the next grant cycle.
Okay.
So as far as grant money, no, there's nothing there.
And we haven't gotten any word from the state yet about next year's grants, and we haven't gotten any word from the town, right, about the town budget?
Correct. And I mean, it's way early for the state anyhow. Usually we don't hear this soon. But the town, I don't know.
Okay, so what do we do about if we can't, someone
Well-
graciously gave us the tablecloth last year?
Well,
mean,
let's see what it's gonna cost first. Let's figure it out.
Well, I will contact the state if you want, and you know, like I said, I have a feeling they might let us use that, but I'm not gonna go on record as saying they
No,
are.
Absolutely.
I'll contact our representative, and I talk to her a lot anyhow, especially this year, about
Yeah.
how all this works, so I will call her again.
I appreciate that, Barbara. And the Historical Society has no tablecloths that we know of and stuff like that, correct? I mean, if they've done tea before, what did they do?
I'll check with them too.
I guess I would, hearing you planning this program, I guess I would ask how Lucy Stone gets incorporated into this program.
Well, you're supposed to tell us that.
Yes, Lucy.
Well, I don't, I don't know what your, I hear you planning that the tea is going to be from 2 to 4:30, but what role is Lucy going to play? When will she be speaking? How will you incorporate her into this program?
That was your idea and you were supposed to tell us.
Surprise, you're not one.
I mean, were you planning on speaking, or were you planning on walking around and just talking to people while you were there? I mean, I'm not sure. This started out as your idea.
This was my idea initially, right? Yep.
So what were you thinking of doing as Lucy?
Well, to speak now, but I need to hear from you. I'm thinking I need to hear from you when that time would be. I was planning on perhaps speaking 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, speaking as Lucy Stone, telling my story, talking about the importance of women getting to vote, hopefully someday. I will be, I won't be 1920, I will be Lucy Stone. So we're talking Lucy Stone, portraying her as 70 years old. She died when she was 72. So I'll be portraying her as 70 years old, looking back at her life, hoping that she has made a difference, and talking about the importance of women, hopefully someday eventually getting the right to vote. That's going to be the general theme. And then after the presentation, yeah, walking around if that will work into the tea. But yeah, but I was thinking initially a good 30 to 45 minute presentation.
Yeah, and so it would start at 2 o'clock. So we would have to kind of get people in and seated. And so I would think, would 2:30 be a good time to start that?
I will arrive as Lucy Stone. I will arrive. Yeah, let's plan on that. 2:30. I will arrive. I will make my grand entrance, or I'll make my entrances at 2:30, as if I'm coming to the tea. And I will, you know, talk about how different things look, and I'll sit down at a table, set a table aside just for me. And I will sit down at that table, and from there, address those who are at the tea for about half hour, 45 minutes, and also answer questions.
Half hour would probably be good. I think if you go too much longer, you might start to lose people.
Okay. Okay. It's up to you.
People have limited attention spans.
Okay, but this is going to be so fascinating that they will just hang on every word I say.
Well, if it falls over and goes, I mean, you know, see how it goes.
And if they ask questions and stuff, it could run into 45 minutes or longer. So
that's
keep your presentation to about 30. And then as people start asking questions, you know, maybe we could start serving the cookies or the desserts that people will supply. So kind of give us a good mix of time, and we're not too hurried about it. And
I think we have to be flexible, because generally in the past, the teas, people can arrive at the tea anytime between 2 and 4:30. It doesn't start at an exact time, and they kind of wander in and out, kind of that's.
Well, and you may just have to be flexible about people who walk in while you're talking.
Oh yeah, and I will greet them, and yes, right, it'll be interactive. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I'll call the Board of Health and see if we have any limitations.
And yellow roses, Lucy Stone, the whole, the yellow rose is a big logo for the women getting the right to vote movement. The yellow rose is very important. So if you're thinking about decorations, you might want to do somehow incorporate yellow roses. And Lucy Stone's favorite flower was lily of the valley. So you might think about Yellow Roses and Lily of the Valley
Yeah,
as,
we have to find out what kind of budget we're working with before we can even get that far, though.
Yeah.
well,
we could probably-
there is other money. There are people willing to donate money to put this on. We talked about that right from the beginning, that there are women eager to donate some money for decorations to have this happen,
Okay,
Good.
okay.
because this has been planned for quite a while.
And do you have contact with those people? Like,
Yes, members of the Historical Society.
So maybe we could get together. Could we plan a little get together?
I don't have a problem with a get together.
Virginia,
you-
we lost your voice. No,
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, of course. Yeah.
So is that something we'd meet like at the Historical Society, or is it another Zoom meeting, or?
Maybe you would
really
want
like,
to come to the Historical Society and
Yeah, we could do like a
walk around. Yeah.
I think that would be great, because that way we could see where the tables are gonna be, where Brian wants to set up those things. Like I'm a more visual person to see. And I don't want to be in there and trying to do all that and figure stuff out like at the very last minute. So,
And it would have to be a Tuesday night. That's when the Historical Society is opened, Tuesdays from 6 to 8.
okay. So, Virginia, is that something you want to plan and let us know about it? Or does anybody have a specific Tuesday they can't make, or? Because I mean, I would like to get the process somewhat
Soon.
thought out, because I mean, as Virginia said, it's a month away. And I don't want to be panicking, I guess.
you want to see if we can make that work on next Tuesday, Virginia?
Yes, Pat, you're in contact with Brian with this. So why don't you email him, connect with him and ask about next Tuesday of next
But you know
week?
the ladies who might be interested in helping out, right?
Not helping money wise.
Yeah,
I'm talking, they don't need to be there,
okay,
but they can. But I think they don't need to be there for the walkabout and yeah, the money will be there.
okay.
All right, and then that's when we get there, then that's when we can discuss if, maybe we'll have some thought on the tablecloths, gloves, flowers, that kind of stuff. Maybe we'll have more contact from the church ladies that are going to be preparing food, so we kind of have an idea. I think that next Tuesday, the 21st is fine, July 21st, and at the Historical Society.
At 6 o'clock.
Is 6 o'clock okay?
Yep.
Okay, good, cool. Well, yeah, just contact Brian and make
Yep. I'll be
sure
in
he
touch with
knows.
Brian.
And, yeah,
6 o'clock.
yeah, just make sure nothing else is going on and yeah.
Okay, does everybody feel like we touched upon what we need, or about the tea, or anybody's got any more concerns?
I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the advertising, that's what we're paying for, right, Pat? We're paying for the advertising?
I think that was our plan, right, Barbara? I mean, but I don't know now, because we had funds from
The state, town.
the town that ran out June 30th, so we haven't heard yet what we have available for, for this year.
Yeah,
The
we
time-
I
ran,
mean, I
timing-
can
the
contact
timing is
Kelly, but I
difficult.
bet she doesn't know yet either.
Right.
yeah. So we could have gotten the posters printed in advance, but because of COVID-19, we didn't know if it
Right.
would be held or
Exactly.
not.
Right,
and
right.
So we'll figure it out.
Okay, so we all set with the Lucy Stone tea? Talking about it tonight, or?
Till next Tuesday.
Sounds good.
Are you saying we're done?
Well,
Oh,
it's the
that
Lucy,
issue.
yeah, with the
Oh.
Lucy, Stone tea, yes, yes.
Okay, just
Okay.
checking.
So before the Lucy Stone Tea though, August 2 is the Kite Festival. That is going on. I mean, they're promoting it. The Historical Society is promoting it.
Oh, it's August 2nd. Okay.
Mhm. So if there's anybody who would like to
Set up,
help represent us at
a-
the Kite Festival, I don't know what we can do, but
well, we can, I definitely will bring the table and grab the banner and at least be there with a chair and sit there if anybody has any questions. I can take Barbara's pretty poster that she made with all the grants that we initially had granted to give. So just to show what we do. So August, it's definitely August 2nd. Okay, August 2nd. What time normally does that start?
I've seen it. They had it on they've had it on Facebook and I don't remember the timing. I'll check on that and get it out to you. In the past, you know, I mean, we did some kids activities, but I don't really see how we can do,
I don't feel safe doing
how we
that.
can do stuff this year.
Like they don't, you know, there's a lot of limitations and I'll be happy to talk to people and stuff, but I mean, I can't see myself, you know, cleaning anything and,
No,
you know, and I would be very iffy about it. So, I mean, because I mean, you know, we're gonna need Clorox wipes, we're gonna need spray, we're gonna need gloves. So, you know, I'm just really concerned
Yeah.
about that and cross
well,
contamination.
and you're kind of close to people. So the Kite Festival is from, oh, I just saw it. I lost it.
It's
I
like,
think it's 11 to something.
I'd say usually it's like 11-ish.
Yeah, let me,
All right, so,
It's 11 to 3.
all right, so I'll get there about 10:30 with the table and set it up. I'll probably just go by the Historical Society like we did that Motorpalooza that year. If they don't mind, I put my tent up over there. So,
well,
Please,
it's at the Kite Festival is on Baldwinville Road on John Brooks's property.
oh, well, good thing you said that because I don't even know where that is. So, John Brooks.
Mhm.
It's right
from-
across the street from Baptist Common Road, Lisa.
And the big field.
And there'll be signs.
Yeah, there's a sign out there right now.
All right, I'll drive up and check it out. All right, so if anybody could put the August 2nd, 10:30 on their calendar, even 11 o'clock, if you want to come and keep me company and, you know, everybody, of course, you guys, I will plan on being there all day, but anybody that could come in and, you know, keep me company for a little while, you know, an hour here, a half hour there. I know most of you ladies have done that in the past, but we won't monopolize your whole day. But if you could come help me out a little bit, that would be great.
Lisa, I'm sorry, Sally, what is this event?
The Kite Festival.
Oh, the Kite Festival. Oh, okay.
So that's August 2nd.
Yeah, it's my son's birthday and my granddaughter's coming from
Bring them over.
Washington.
They'd like the festival.
Mm.
Oh, maybe but I could probably come for a while anyway. I'll
Anybody,
be there part of the time.
that'd be awesome. You know, I mean, I'll be there. Let's just put it that way. So,
Good music.
You have help.
and of course, we're responsible for the grant for the band for that, correct? For the Kite Festival? What do we supply for the Kite Festival? Go fly a kite. It's
What do
the-
we supply?
The band.
The band.
Band.
Entertainment. The band?
Yeah, we have they applied for a grant for the band.
Right, correct. Right.
We do, just so you all know, in all the supplies that we have for all the various events, there are some windsocks that we had for kids to decorate. And I don't know exactly how many are left, But there's those, and there are the wooden airplanes that you put together, because we had a flight thing as part of the Kite Festival.
Yeah, is that,
I suppose if you wanted to, you could give them, not have them make it, but if kids wanted something, you could offer that,
okay, I appreciate you.
unless you want to save it for another round.
Well, I'll probably bring it, and if children come up and they, oh, what do you got this year? Then I'll certainly offer it to them.
Yeah, we just, I don't think we'd be able to allow them to actually do anything there
No,
because
it
we'd
would
need
just
to-
be you can.
Just a
you can
handout.
take it. Yeah,
Take and go. Okay. All right, thank you, Barbara, for that, for letting us know. Yeah, I didn't realize we had that many supplies still left, so that's good. And, so we're all set with the Kite Festival then. If everybody could just try to come, that'd be great. And then, is the next on the agenda the Motorpalooza, Pat?
Yeah, that's not till September, so we have lots of time to,
Well,
Sure.
I just wanna touch base with the fact that, unfortunately, Brian, Tangway, or the, Narragansett Historical Society did not apply for a grant for the Motorpalooza. I did call him and let him know that. He asked if there was, any money left over from COVID-19. I did call him back after Barbara called the state and checked with Vanessa, correct? And, he wasn't available, so I did leave him a message saying that we have no money, because it all gets rolled into 2021, so we can't really spend the money. And so I just left him a message saying, because you didn't apply for a grant, we can't really guarantee that you will have the money for the band for the Motorpalooza function, that he's more than welcome to hire the band and pay for it, the Historical Society pay for it, and then apply for the grant in the 2021 grant cycle, which starts, you start applying in October, but he would have to wait for the money. So I never heard back from him, but I just wanted people to know that that's what ended up happening. And, of course, we can set up a booth there as well, but like Pat said, that's not till September, so let's get through the Kite Festival and the Lucy Stone thing. But Pat checked, and I also checked and had contacted Brian to let him know that there was no grant that he put in for the Motorpalooza. Okay. Anything else? Frickin', all of a sudden I'm like, what did I say? Everybody okay?
oh, we're good.
So I guess that's pretty, oh, and then, I did receive an email from Lisa Adams regarding, that Finding Fungi, which I'm kind of great that they're gonna try to host it still, because I really wanted to be part of that. So she wanted to find out, if they could extend the grant, and I will certainly let them know that they can extend the grant up until the 1 year of being granted the grant. So if they hold something in the fall, then they'll be able to have it, so. Hopefully COVID stays away and everything can just kind of get back to as normal as it can. Masked, unmasked, doesn't matter, Anything else we want to discuss, or? Oh, and then, okay, so that was the Motorpalooza. And then the next is, we really do need a treasurer. Barbara's hanging on. She's our lifeline right now for the treasurer. And, we really need someone to take over as treasurer. So I wasn't sure if anybody wanted to talk about that or volunteer to do it.
Well, I thought about volunteering, but and I applied for being, renewed for the council. However, they didn't have it on their agenda last week. So I haven't been reappointed to the council. And their next meeting is in August. So I'm not officially I'm still ex officio. I'm not a full member right now. So I can't do that yet.
And I don't think I am anymore either, so
Yeah, I think you expire.
I think I did.
Yeah,
Barbara expires.
I feel like I did. Yeah. Anyway.
Carol and Barbara definitely have expired from the time frame. They both served their time on the committee.
We did.
6 years, yep. But this does, present you with a problem, because I can't be signing things and, doing a lot of this when I'm not a member officially anymore, according to the state and according to the town. So you really got to kind of figure this out fairly quickly.
Yeah, I'm really at a loss of what to say, because I just can't take that on. I just can't. And I'm gonna be honest with it. I just can't.
So Pat, if you get approved to come back on in August, is that too late to have you be the treasurer? I mean, would that work?
Well, there's just this little time gap in between where we
Lapse.
wouldn't have anybody officially
For July.
handling that paperwork for July. If anything comes in that has to be, well, I don't know. I mean, Barbara, are there things that you sign specifically as treasurer, or is it just because you're a member of the council?
No, I don't sign specifically as treasurer.
So as long as we have two people who could sign off on reimbursement requests, any two people.
Right. And it does say in the COVID state guidelines that during this crisis, 2 signatures, they will not hold you to that. If you can get one member to sign, they understand the whole contact thing, and so that would work.
So we could probably make it work for the month or so until the selectmen take some action.
Right.
All right, so let me ask you this. So I want to understand it. So, so Barbara, if we could finagle it where we get Pat signed back on sometime in August.
I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble hearing.
Me too.
With my volume, something's not up very high or something.
Okay, so is there a way that you could continue to do the paperwork for us until Pat is reinstated? And but I could come over and sign everything and try to get it to the town hall for you, or whatever needs to be done as the treasurer. Could you do the paperwork and I just do the signing, and then we could get Pat reinstated and then she could take it over?
Yep. I mean, I'm obviously going to be contacting the state tomorrow about the fundraiser. I'll just bring this up.
I mean, are you comfortable with staying until August as far as taking care of the paperwork?
Oh, sure.
And you need.
Well, I would be expecting, if I took that on, Barbara was going to be my right hand.
Okay.
Well, I said I would certainly support, because I've been doing it for 5.5 years. So, yeah, I don't mind doing that, but I really can't be even the contact person with the town accountant and all that. I mean, really shouldn't be, I guess, doing that now. But
You're
so
expired, Barbara. You're
I
expired.
have expired in many ways, Carol.
If we could just,
Every year I
get past
expire a
this,
little more.
we get past this little period, and then because we have so many new members that hopefully somebody that's new to to the council, we'll be ready to step in and do this, you know, months down the road, or, you know, we just kind of need to bridge this gap a little bit until
Yeah.
people who have just come on the council feel more comfortable about stepping
Right.
into some leadership roles. Because it would be good to have some of the newer people take on these roles at some point, you know, but we're just kind of in a tough spot right now.
Okay. I will find all that info out. I'll let you know, Lisa.
Okay, thank
I'll
you,
let
Bob.
you know, Pat.
And you new people
Um,
start thinking about this.
Yes. Yeah, you have to. You have no choice. Legally, the state won't let me stay on. On that note about signing things, I do have the reimbursement for the Athol Historical Society. I have the forms already. I just need somebody to sign it.
Okay, I'll come over.
What's that?
I certainly can come over tomorrow. Are you available in the morning?
Oh, sure. I didn't know how soon you left for work or anything, but
Yeah, if I could be there for like 8 o'clock or 8.
sure. Yep,
Okay, all right, I'll be over there tomorrow morning for you and get that.
okay. And one more question, Lisa. Did you ever hear anything back from Ann Lyons in
No.
regards to our request for receipts?
No, in fact, I went and I checked our email just before the meeting started and I have not heard back. Not
Okay,
via email. So,
okay. I might bring that up at the state too. I just don't know how we can accept just an Excel sheet.
yeah, I mean,
But-
I emailed her and I was very specific. You know me, I like to be specific. I'm actually, I guess I'm a little cold sometimes when it comes to it, but it's like, you know, we're stuck on the way things have to be done. And it's just unfortunate that that's how we have to do them. So,
Right. Okay,
But you're doing a great job.
did you hear that, Lisa?
I'm doing a great job.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Yes, you are.
Very efficient.
So, Nicole, it was awesome to see you. Thank you for logging in. I know we were trying to work with your schedule and stuff. So,
Well, thank you for doing that. Nice to see all you guys too.
and let's see, so I'm just gonna plan on being at the Historical Society Tuesday for 6 o'clock to discuss the Lucy Stone thing and walk through it. If anything changes, just let me know. I'll make sure I get a hold of the Board of Health to make sure that there's no limitations that the state or city is holding us to not having the tea. I don't really foresee anything as long as we keep the distance and try to keep everything clean and everything, then we should be good. And I guess that's it. That's
And
really all.
Nicole, I hope you're gonna be able to join us at some of these things.
Some
I
of the,
certainly will.
And I'm wondering, even though I'm expired, will you still keep me in the loop so that I can,
absolutely.
whenever, if I, once I get situated?
Yeah. And you can certainly come by, like we'll keep you in the loop, and even though you may not technically be on the council, the moral support and spreading the word anyway. I mean, if you hear anybody that's interested in being on the council, I did have an email, and a woman asked me to send her a sign-up sheet, so I told her I'd make sure she got one. So we might even have one more potential new person, which would be great, And the state did send out some kind of email where even if you wanted younger people, I think they were saying like 14, 15, 16-year-old, like people in their teens that wanted to be involved as well. So if you know anybody that's looking to just get involved in their city or town, then say, yeah, sure. And, we'll sign them up,
Yeah, we've looked for that kind of support before, and we had a few kids that were interested, but, limited. But
Exactly.
it is nice to get the young people's input, and that would be great.
So. All right, so do you want to set a tentative meeting so close to August, I don't even know what to say. Like the first week of August, I mean, so the Kite Festival is the second. So I might be seeing some of you on the second, but did you want to hold something like August 3rd or 4th, just before the Lucy Stone tea, and we could talk? I'm not necessarily sure it's going to be Zoom. I mean, we could certainly ask Sean and Steve if we could set up a Zoom thing, if it's easier for everybody to be on Zoom than it is to meet at the town hall, but we still have to check with the town hall, make sure they're allowing people.
I don't think we're gonna be meeting at town hall anytime in the near future. They keep saying they're gonna be closed. I mean, I don't,
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so that's easy then. Then it'll be via Zoom, and that's fine, as long as I know we can set it up. So I'll look at the calendar, and if it's not the first week of August, then it will be the second week of August. Like the the 3rd or the 10th, possibly. Is Mondays work for everybody, or do you want it on a Tuesday?
well, Tuesdays are the Historical Society meeting, so if we wanted to, get together with them about anything, that would probably not work out.
Okay, good suggestion. Okay, so Monday the 3rd or the 10th.
10th is better for me,
Okay,
Sally.
thank you, Sally. All right, so do you want to set up tentatively August 10th right now while I have all of you here? And we'll check the town calendar to make sure it's available. And it seems like maybe 6:30 is a good time. Should we move it up to 7? I'm just filling you guys out.
6:30 works for me.
Nicole, was
Yeah,
6:30 okay for
Yep.
you?
6:30 is perfect.
And Jan, you're good with 6:30?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And Virginia, 6:30 is okay?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay, Carol, you're more than welcome to come. 6:30.
Yeah, I don't know what my status will be because I'll be moving in the month of August.
Okay,
We'll see.
yeah,
So I don't know yet.
and obviously Barbara, you're in, August 10th will be all right. So I'll set that meeting up.
It's funny, I've been on this board for 6 years and we've never had this many meetings.
I know
Ever.
it.
I don't know.
I mean, I
It's
think
weird times.
it is weird times, but it definitely keeps us, we think about it and then we talk, then we kind of work it all out. So it is a good thing, sometimes when you have too long of a stretch, you forget things, or, I don't like to rush and get a bunch of stuff done. So if we can, move into this and find out what we need, I think that's best. So, okay. So, anybody want to, motion to dismiss or end or whatever they call it?
Adjourn.
Adjourn.
Adjourn. All right, everybody. I will see some of you Tuesday. And I'll kick off a note about the Board of Health after I talk to somebody there. And right now, mark on your calendars, August 10th for 6:30.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, Lisa.
Have a good night.
be well, everyone.
Yes,
Thank you.
be safe.
I'm looking